looks like I'm crying. I swear to God I'm not. I somehow managed to spray myself in the eye with PB Blaster. Sure, that's a wonderful thing to get in your eyeball.
But I was using PB Blaster because, of course, today we're doing another mod repair replacement part to the Wrangler because I still have an extremely long list of stuff to do to this thing and not enough time in the world to do it. So today we're doing a bunch of odds and ends that I actually got in the mail because Schmovid-19 has screwed up everything with parts deliveries and manufacturing. So I'm literally just putting parts on the Jeep as they show up. So today we have some weird miscellaneous items, some stuff for the suspension, some bushings, and something actually for the interior. I would have rather kept things categorized, like today we're working on suspension, today we're working on lighting, but as I said, stupid COVID. So here is the assortment of parts we're going to be putting on the Wrangler today. We have new sway bar or stabilizer bar bushings right here. Those are getting replaced because mine have a little bit of play in them, if you can see that. Continuing on with the suspension, we have new sway bar end links because if you can take a peek in here, my homemade sway bar end link disconnect thing sucks ass. And on this side, it just completely came apart. The price to replace just the bushing and the price to replace the entire sway bar end link itself is so minimal. I said I'll just buy the whole kit. I figured I'd just get all new bushings, all new links, and really tighten up the front end of the Jeep because, well, it's like flying an airplane on the highway when you're driving this thing.
I know this may sound silly, but can you fly? Nope.
And the last part is this. These are door straps, because on a Jeep you literally just have a piece of cloth that holds the door open at a certain angle so that it doesn't swing all the way and hit your fender. But whatever brand these ones are, I'll link them down in the description below. These got the best ratings. They feel like they're pretty heavy duty. Unfortunately, even the factory ones over time, they stretch. So as you can see here, I swear that wasn't a fart. Excuse me. Must be the Chipotle from last night. Or it's just my old door hinges that I'm waiting on in the mail. We're gonna replace those as well. But as you can see here, the door strap, all the threads are coming apart and it just swings open so wide that it's almost making contact with that. So that should take all of like 30 seconds to replace. We'll probably do that last because I'm gonna figure in that the suspension stuff in the front is going to take the rest of the day because based on the way the stuff on the Jeep has been going, bolts are snapping, there's rust, it's horrible. So right now we're going to start with the... What should we start with? We're going to start with the sway bar bushings because I think that's going to be the hardest thing. I feel like those bolts are going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass to remove. Even though I was smart this time, I prepared, I sprayed them. Granted, it was 10 minutes ago. So now, onto the bushings. It's gonna be difficult already, are we? After fighting with this thing and scratching my grill a little bit, not like I care, but I realized that a good old-fashioned wrench is the best way to do this. Not the fastest, by any means, but the best. You suck. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. We got one bolt out, and if it takes as long as it does to get the rest of the bolts out, then I'm going to be in here for a few years. Everyone says use a swivel joint to get at that bolt, and that didn't work. It works if you want to scratch the out of your grill, which, I mean, I guess you don't really see that part, but I'd rather not just grind the hell out of my grill, or else I'm just an idiot and can't figure out how to use the swivel joint correctly. But so I resorted to a good old-fashioned wrench, but it only took me 20-25 minutes to realize at a quarter turn each that I have ratcheting wrenches. I am my own worst enemy. This next bolt is gonna play nicely. It better play nicely. Much nicer. Thank you. Because I put anti-seize on this one because I did have to put this one in for the winch plate. The other one has probably never been off in its 20 years of hellish, salty New England roads. I hate you. Alright, so I had to loosen up these two bolts that are holding the winch plate down so that I could actually squeeze the sway bar bracket off. Just a little bit more. There we go. Just like that. And this is supposed to... That's easy. I'm gonna get a little scrubbing brush right now, clean up that area. It looks like crap. I don't want to put a brand new bushing on there without that rusty gunk in the way. Alright. Look at our new bushings here. I went with Moog. I don't know, got the best results. And the name sounds the weirdest. Oh, look at that. It already looks like they put a little bit of grease on there for us. I'm gonna add a little bit more just in case. Now, don't get too excited, people. That's the last one. So now the bushings are all done, actually. So now we can finally move on to the sway bar and links. Hopefully it doesn't take nearly as long as it took me to do those stupid bushings. My homemade sway bar disconnect that I made when I was like 16. of course, something just had to get screwed up here. Something just had to find a way to screw me up, screw this project up, and make it take more than a day, like it shouldn't. So the sway bar end link kit that I bought, the Zone Off-Road sway bar end link kit, wants you to reuse the factory hardware on the bottom. Little problem if those are no longer in your possession. I don't know where they are. I have no idea. And because I don't have even one side, I have nothing to judge what size bolt I would need if I were to go to the parts store and get a new bolt. And luckily for me, it's now Saturday night, and it's like 6:30 at night, and the hardware store is now closed. So, nothing we can do now, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.
The following day.
Alright, so welcome to day 2. It's actually day 3, I'm lying to you guys. I spent all day yesterday running around Boston in a twin-turbo Lamborghini. Lambos Matter on Instagram if you guys follow him, but that'll be in a future video. So this morning, I went out and got all the hardware that I needed to complete the installation of the new sway bar end links down here. Unfortunately, see, it's all ready to go. They want you to reuse the hardware from your lower mount here, but unfortunately, some of us threw that away when we installed the lift kit. Not naming names. So thanks to the massive amounts of Jeep forums out there, I was able to find the correct size bolt and in a hex bolt head as opposed to the stupid Torx bit that they use from the factory. So right now we're going to throw these bolts in. I'm going to throw the other sway bar end link, which is right here. I don't know why I didn't bolt it to the top already, even though I have the hardware I need. We're going to do that first, and then we're going to be able to rotate the sway bar up, get those new bottom bolts in. The new sway bar end links are finally in, looking all nice and shiny. That'll last about 5 minutes. Sway bar bushings also complete. So now all we have left is this stupid simple door stop straps. We're gonna pull the old ones off. That was easy. Looks like we do have to unbolt this little door pull thing here so that we can throw on the new strap. I'm shocked that it's me saying this, but those were stupid simple to do. Go on just like that. They're adjustable. I have them, at like this amount of opening because I do have a little bit lanky legs that have to get up in there. Check out the other side because it's really different. Poof. So another Jeep. Didn't mean to slam that. So, another Jeep project in the books. This one was actually surprisingly easy. I figured it would be, but I tend to figure that about every project I do now. And then rust happens. Again, I'll include links down in the description below to all of the products that I used today. These door straps, the sway bar end links, as well as the sway bar bushings. Make sure you subscribe for more Jeep stuff because that's how you say at the end of every Jeep video now. I still have a very long list of stuff to complete to this Jeep Wrangler before, well, I have like 30 days left until my big trip to the vineyard with this thing, and we're going to be cutting it close. I've still got a little more lift, bigger tires that I want to do to this thing, but that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Happy motoring.